Scorpios. I hope that you're well. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you for being here. Anyone can subscribe to the channel. It's free. You just hit the button and go ahead and join us all. Please note these are general readings, so they're not going to resonate with everybody, so just take what does and leave the rest. If the message does resonate for you, also keep in mind too that you have free will. So if you don't like the way that something is unfolding, you have the power to change it, as well as the person that you're dealing with. Nothing is ever set in stone, so please do not give your power away to any tarot readers. Not me, not anyone, okay? Also, if you don't find that my style of reading or my energy resonates with you, be sure to check out any of the other amazing YouTube readers. There's so many, and I know that you'll find the guidance and the connection that you're looking for. Ooh, okay, so first card that we got out here is Unrequited Love. It says that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Heart-to-heart conversations, but that's coming up in reverse. What else do we have? Passion. Okay. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I'm getting the feeling that some of you might be in a connection with somebody that you feel very passionate about, but there isn't that love just yet. Maybe it's headed that way, but I don't feel that there's deep, meaningful conversations. Perhaps you don't open up to each other. Perhaps you just don't talk about the deep stuff, because it could just be based on sex or, you know, that physical aspect. Even it could be just based on, you know, money or materialisms. So let's see what we've got, please. Yeah, I'm not happy with the offer that you've got on the table right now. So I feel like you're considering your options. You may be taking some time out. Maybe you're not even speaking to the person that you're dealing with, and maybe they're bothering you and they're constantly calling or texting and wondering where you are. But I feel like you've taken a bit of a time out here, Scorps, because you're pondering on what it is that you want in your life. There's that passionate card, so that's how you see the other person. Maybe you see them as just a good time, okay? So let's see how you see the connection. Judgment. You might be judging them a little harshly, because that Judgment card is coming up in reverse. And sometimes that means that we're being a little too critical of our partners, okay? Doesn't have to be, but also I just feel like they don't have what it is that you're looking for. Not completely anyway at this point in time. I think you're maybe hoping that a different offer is going to come along, and maybe you're just kind of keeping someone around because they're, well, let's face it, it is winter time somewhere in the world, in some places, and maybe it's keeping you warm and safe. Oh, them on the other hand. Like, what did I say about maybe they're constantly texting you and calling you? I feel like this person deluded themselves, and maybe you communicated to them, look, this is all this is going to be. We're just going to have fun. We're just having fun. And maybe this person, despite you telling them that, they're not taking it that way. They're seeing you as marriage material. They're seeing you as somebody that they can have a long-term relationship with. I hear, oh, I just want my family to meet them. My sister's going to love them. My brother's going to love them. My parents are going to think it's perfect. I feel like they're already planning the wedding, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're like, I'm here. I'm turned on, yes, but I don't want to put a ring on it just yet. So, or you don't want a ring on you just yet. So let's see how they, yeah, this person, they put you up on a pedestal. I'm getting a kind of needy energy. I feel like, okay, have you ever seen Coming to America? If you haven't, there's this part in it where the prince is trying to find a wife, and he wants an independent wife. He wants an independent partner who could think for themselves and do for themselves, right? But the arranged marriage that he ends up having, you know, he literally asks her a bunch of questions and she's just like, whatever you like, whatever you think. And then he says, okay. He says, bark and jump on one foot. So she starts barking and, you know, jumping on one foot. And he's just kind of like, really? You know? And I feel like that's this kind of a scenario. And maybe the cross watchers need to know that they're a little too overconfident here in this connection. Maybe they're not picking up the truth of the matter, and maybe they're not listening to what the truth is because the heart-to-heart conversations is in reverse. So you may have somebody who just, they've got you up on this pedestal. Everything you say is gospel to them, and yeah, because that's what they see you as. You may be in the public eye, you may have well-wishers, or you may be a little bit famous, maybe on a sports team or something, but you may have followers, a follower on a social media site, platform, something of that aspect. And maybe that's what it is that you've got your choices, you've got your options, but you don't want that cup of love yet. You're not ready for that. But this person, I feel like it's kind of one of those groupies, if you will, that follows around the person and they're like, oh no, we are going to be together. They literally created in their mind something that really isn't there, you know, because they get overexcited. So how they see the connection, they know they're carrying a burden, an emotional burden. I feel like their emotions are piling up. It's like they're stressing themselves out, but I also feel like there's no limit that they will go to. They will even do backbreaking things to get your attention, to get your love, to get your getting your good graces. But I kind of feel like that's where this judgment in reverse is. I think that you're looking at them like, can you please put down all of those wands? Can you stop? Just stop. I think that they just won't let up. That's what I'm feeling. They won't let up. And I feel it's almost smothering. So that would make sense as to why this judgment card is in reverse. It's like, can you please just give me some space? And that's exactly what I feel like you're doing here, is you're just taking some space, because I feel like this person just wants to rush forward, and maybe that's what the 10 of Wands is because they're planning the wedding in their mind. You know, they're stressing themselves out for this perfect life, and you're still just at the Ace of Wands, at the passionate beginning. Interesting. Let's see what you want or need. Yeah. What did I say? You need somebody who has some structure in their life. You need somebody, or you want somebody for that matter, who's in control of their lives and who's a little bit more firm, if you will. Somebody who has that strength and that independence to stand on their own. And I don't feel like you're getting that. And maybe because you're quite popular or whatever be the case, you might get these crowd following types of people, you know, that just throw themselves at you because, you know, maybe you're good looking and you're just attracting these, I hate to say it, but these shallow types of people who it's all about the looks of things, especially with the ego here. So they might like you as arm candy as well, but yet there's nothing of substance here. So I feel like you want somebody who can handle their own, who can have a conversation, who can talk about worldly events, somebody who is career-minded or career-focused, somebody who has some goals, somebody who's disciplined. But this person, I feel like they're not disciplined, hence they're at that 10 of Wands energy where they just don't give up. They don't give up. They'll keep beating their head against the wall, expecting a different outcome. It's kind of like insanity, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Oh dear. I'm curious. Hold on. Did Scorpio tell this person how they felt? Well, this is communication, yeah. And okay. And this is the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords comes after the 5 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords can be somebody who doesn't accept the situation for what it is. They run away from the issues. So they could even play the victim, and maybe that's what keeps you stuck a little bit, especially with this Ten of Wands card. It's like, oh, but I'm doing so much for you. I put you on a pedestal. My parents love you. My family loves you. I've shown them pictures, and maybe they're guilt tripping you, and you're feeling like you have to save them. But this is also about communication and I feel like they're turning their back to it, right? It's like they're moving away from this heart-to-heart conversation. They're like, no matter how sad I am, I'm just going to keep going for Scorpio. It's kind of like, I hate to say it because I don't like to judge people, and I don't feel like you're trying to judge them negatively either, but it's almost like desperation, clingy energy. So let's see what they want and need, although I think we pretty much know. Ooh, they need to get their emotions in check. Holy crap. Sorry. They are just all over the place, and look at that. A Chariot upside down. They're crashing. Oh dear. This person, and pride always comes before a fall. I hate to say it, but I feel like this person is crashing hard. Their emotions are all over the place. They cannot rein themselves in. They've got no control. Hence, no wonder you want somebody that has more control. This person, it's like they've crashed their Chariot. And I hate to say it, but maybe they were even drinking and driving for some of you, and I'm sorry. I don't like to bring that up, but I just get this feeling like with that murky cloud, it's like they get so over emotional that maybe they self-medicate, and maybe they got into an accident, and maybe you're like, wow, okay, this person needs some structure in their life, right? Like, yeah, but this person is heavily emotional. Their emotions are out of control, and they really need to start getting some willpower and some self-esteem, I guess you could say, of their own, so that they can pull themselves together. It's actually kind of sad, to be honest. It's like, what is going on? Let's see what the obstacle is for you, although I think we already know. Yeah, okay. So the obstacle is the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like this person, I feel like if you try and tell them how you feel, that's when all of a sudden it's, well, look at how much I've done for you. Look at how much I've been there for you. And then it's like the waterworks come out, and I don't feel as though it's genuine tears. I feel as though it's just those tears that can manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Like, poor me. Like, how could you not? And then I feel like even if you try and tell them the truth, they don't accept the truth. And so I think the challenge is getting harsh with your words, right? Getting harsh to a point where they'll actually understand you and maybe hear you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you almost have to get mean. And I know that sucks, but have you ever had that in your life where it's like you can try and tell somebody something over and over again, but it gets to a point where you literally have to sit them down and be like, the answer is no, right? Like, maybe even you have to get the law into it, like, or somebody to explain it to them, because they're just not accepting the answer. That's what I feel like you're dealing with here, Scorps. Some of you, not all of you. So for whoever this is resonating for, you're hearing this message and you're getting what I'm talking about. So let's see what their obstacle is, which I already have a good feeling. I'm thinking, yeah. They don't care. They're not letting up. Look at this. Fighting for it. Trying to get their point across. They will not back down. Nothing is getting through to them. That's what I'm feeling. Look at all these wands here. Wand, 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 fire. They could be an argumentative type of personality. It's possible. But I feel like they don't think, because they're all based on passion, right? So they just act on their raw energy. They don't act from a place of thinking. They don't act from a place of emotional stability. They unfortunately are very unbalanced here, and I feel like it's causing chaos in your life. So maybe you've just disappeared for a little while and they're wondering. Now, cross watchers, I'm not trying to be rude, but try to be honest with yourself. If you're doing this, if you're smothering somebody, and if you're not really hearing what they're saying, I mean, then again, if you're not hearing what they're saying, why are you going to hear what I'm saying? I don't know. But I think for your own sanity, you're probably going to have to get harsh with your communication so that they get it. So let's see what the outcome is possibly going to be for you. Sadness. See? Guilt, regret, remorse. I feel like you're stuck maybe in a cycle here, and that's why you won't tell them, or you won't get harsh with them, is because you're looking at these 3 cups that are falling over and you feel like it's your fault. But it's not your fault that somebody can't take no for an answer, or that they can't control their emotions. You're not responsible for how other people feel, right? Let's see what the outcome is going to be for them. Because I feel like they're going to keep pushing and pushing, but Spirit needs them to get stronger, a sense of self, to fight for themselves instead of everybody else. Look at that. Sneaky, deception, trickery, manipulation. That's exactly it. I feel like from the 6 of Swords to the 7 of Swords, coming from that 5 of Swords. So it's like the 5 of Swords, their ego is telling them they can have whatever they want, no matter what. And it's almost like the other 2 people in the 5 of Swords are walking away, throwing their hands up in the air. They're like, I can't get this person to understand. This person might even be a bit of a bully. Like, they just have to get their point across that, no, we're meant to be together. And then if you don't get it, then they resort to sneaky tactics to make you feel guilty. Do you see that? So that's what I got here for you, Scorps. Some of you might turn around and look at those cups, because now you may understand this dynamic and what's going on. Some of you may understand that even if you don't want to get mean, maybe you don't want to be judged harshly, you're going to have to do it anyways, because I feel like this person is sucking the life out of you. Right? All right. So let us get you a postcard from Spirit, and then I'll wrap this up for you. Postcard from Spirit for the beautiful Scorpios. We've got, dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it doesn't often happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles, seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. So that's another part. Like, this is what I feel is what's been holding you back, is maybe you've been over giving to this situation. Okay? And as much as it does bring rewards, in some cases it can be too much. And I feel like if you're giving just to keep this person happy because their emotions are very unstable, you're really not doing them any favors. Even though it is generous and kind, it may actually be backfiring in this situation. Okay? But also, I feel like there might be something better coming in for you, right? The love that you're looking for or that you want. But until you're able to sort out and cut out what no longer serves you or what isn't good for you any longer, I feel that you're going to be stuck staring at these 3 cups. The 3 cups, right? The 3 cups that are a problem, as opposed to seeing the ones behind you. I hope that helps, Scorp. Sending you so much love. Bye, guys.